Delays continue, but that's not going to stop me for putting together my top 10 most anticipated. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, as always, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, is Tuesday, which means I'm bringing you my top 10 most anticipated comics for November 17th, 2021. That's right, guys. It's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list does help you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And guys, before we get started, if you want to help support the channel, just go ahead onto my home screen, hit the join button, guys. It does give you extra perks. Like I said, it helps support the channel, and I thank you all for the support. So guys, let's kick off this countdown this week with the hot seat. And the hot seat goes to Robin's issue 1. Now guys, this is the book that won, was it earlier in the year? Was it last year? I don't even remember, where we had that round robin tournament and you got to vote on which title you would want to see as an ongoing series, which I think was rigged or hacked or whatever it was. I feel like this Robin series was, always in the works to begin with. And this is done by Tim Seeley, right? And so, we've seen a Robin book before where we've had all the Robins team up and do battle against each other. This is a 6-issue mini series. So I'm going to check it out. I'm going to see what it's about. If it doesn't interest me, though, I'm going to drop it like a bag of rocks because, like I said, I've seen these Robins team up before. But let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully it's good because, personally, in my opinion, I just feel like DC definitely needs some more titles on the racks and more quality titles as well. I just wish it wasn't always Batman related, right? Let's go on to the book that's on the rise. Now, the book that's on the rise is called Refrigerator Full of Heads. We're coming to issue number 2. Now, this is a spin-off series off of Basket Full of Heads, and I never read that series. So I read this one, and I felt like you really didn't have to you didn't have to really read the first series to understand what was going on in this first issue, right? You basically have this axe where it chops off heads, and the heads still are alive and they still talk and stuff like that. And you wind up getting to learn about this couple who comes across this axe by accident, and they accidentally killed, well, they didn't accidentally, they were forced to kill a shark at the end of the last issue, and they realized that what they had in their possession was actually very special. Also, in the last issue, you were introduced to other weapons besides the axe. The axe was the focal point in the first series. Now we have knives and other things as well that people stole. So, I'm curious to see where this whole thing goes. But great artwork, good storytelling in this. And if you like horror comics, this might be something for you. This is 32 pages, $4. So continuing on with number 10. Number 10 for me is Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue 5. Now, wherever you're at with Superman, whether you're against what they're doing with Superman or you're for Superman, that's your opinion, right? For me, it doesn't bother me. I enjoy it. I'm just reading it for a story, right? And right now, as the story of the story aspect of this character right now, when it comes to him going against a certain bad guy and his powers being enhanced and things like that, I thought that the last issue dropped a little bit for me. It wasn't as strong as the previous issues, right? We have Superman now who's off-world. We get to see Superman's potential, or Kal-El's, John's potential boyfriend has these powers, same with some other people, and they wind up developing these powers based off of this guy that ruled this land, and he did experiments on these kids without their consent. That's fine, but I just read basically that story in Black Widow, basically, where we got to see this big guy that gives people meta powers and then they disintegrate and they die. I have a feeling that's going to happen here too. I don't know, I could be wrong, but this book is pretty good. It definitely gives John a voice, and that's what I appreciate. He's not Kal-El, right? He's not Clark. He's John. And I give Tom Taylor credit for doing trying to do something different. Like I said, whether you agree or disagree, that's your opinion, and I respect that, okay? So don't get mad at me just because I like the book, because I know some people take it pretty personal. So this book is 32 pages, and this one's $4. Moving on to number 9. This is Kang issue 4. This book has been really good, okay? This has been about a story about young Kang trying to fix all his problems. Or actually, it's about the older Kang trying to get the younger Kang to get all his problems fixed, to try to not make the same mistakes he did in the past. So all that shit backfired, and basically all the problems are happening again. But what this book really does is it really gets you introduced to Kang and who he was and all the timelines he experienced. And if you're not familiar with that character, this book is perfect for you. And for me, since I didn't know that much about Kang the Conqueror, except basically what I saw on TV, this is a great book. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a nice treat. I love the artwork in it, entertaining, and fleshes out the character for me, and it makes me possibly want to read and go back some of the older stuff that he was in. So we'll see how issue 4 goes. This is 32 pages, and this is $4. Climbing up the countdown to number 8. This is King Spawn issue 3. This has to deal with Spawn doing against an old nemesis by the name of Kincaid, right? So these two are finally going to face off against each other. Kincaid kind of gets his power based off of pain off of other people. And this book is okay, but it's not as strong as the other Spawn titles. So now that we have multiples of them, right, I can basically rank them, right? So love the original Spawn. Loved Gunslinger Spawn, and then now we have this Spawn book. And out of the 3, this is the lowest one for me. And we're still going to get Scorched, which is getting ready to come out shortly here. But I just haven't enjoyed this one as much. It doesn't have as much punch. It seems like a little bit more of a slower burn, maybe. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just not as strong as the other ones, right? You got that title, you got that title, and you pick which one you like. Same with Spider-Man. You got Amazing, Spectacular, Spider-Man, Web. You know, there's going to be one that you don't like as much, but you still enjoy it. So we'll see what this one has to offer. 32 pages, great price, $3. Moving on to number 7. And number 7 goes to Gun Honey issue 3. That's right, the sexy spy book when it comes to Johanna Tan. That's the character's name. Every cover is ultra sexy on here. However, I've said it before, this is just not a book where it has sex or sexy art or great, cover art like that. There's actually story to be told here. And however, it's not for a younger audience based off of what we really saw in the last issue, in issue 2, with that page in there, right? But this is kind of cool as we get to see an arms dealer by the name of Johanna, and she gets hired to basically put guns in places that people can grab and they can carry out their bounty, right? And now the US government is asking for her help because basically there was this whole prison breakout, and it was basically a job that went wrong that Johanna did. So pretty interesting story, good artwork, and I think the guys will love this one. So this is a pretty good book. This is $3.99. I think it's like 28 pages or something like that. It's a quick read. Moving on to number 6. Number 6 is The Amazing Spider-Man issue 78 Beyond. So we're back with the Beyond issues. It's not like we don't have enough Amazing Spider-Man coming out 3 times a week. We got to have the Point Beyond issues. But the reason why this was on the list, and originally it wasn't going to be on the list, is because it's solicited as it's a pivotal issue, and it's written by Jed MacKay. Jed MacKay, guys, writing Moon Knight right now. Great series. Wrote Black Cat. Phenomenal series. And you just can't help give it a try because he's actually writing it, and his writing has been so good this past year. And so it looks like we're also going to get a new villain in this book as well. So I don't know. We'll see what this has to offer, if it really ties into the book or not. But I'm going to try it out. 28 pages, $4. And you know what? I was going to try it out anyway because I'm a Spider-Man fan. You guys know that, right? All right. Speaking of Spider books, coming in at number 5, we have Spider-Woman issue 17. This is lights, camera, action. And Jessica Drew is still recovering from her showdown with her brother in the last issue. So if you're looking to jump on Spider-Woman, this is it right now. This is the new jumping on point here. And the cover is kind of cool as she's like flying through the sky and she's like going side by side with her babysitter, Lindsay. This book has some funny humor in it. It's got a great cast of characters. The action's always good. The colors are bright and vibrant. The facial expressions are awesome. This is a wonderful book, and it's so underestimated. I wish people would buy it more. So if you want to try it out here on issue 17. Like I said, good jumping on point. And this is 28 pages, and this is $4. Continuing on to number 4, we have Nightwing issue 86. Nightwing is an awesome series, and normally this would be number 1 on my list, but when it comes to fear state stuff, it brings it down that much lower because the writer is forced to write something that has to deal with fear state and what's not going on in the own title. So it takes it away, that takes the momentum away from the main story, right? So, however, Tom Taylor does a great job with character emotions and whatnot. You wind up getting to see Babs and Dick. They wind up kissing with each other in the last issue because Barbara thought that Dick died, and we got to see those true emotions come out, which was really nice. And yeah, it has to do with all fear state. God dang long people, man. Fuck. Jesus. Why do they always gotta screw up my damn videos at the worst time? Sorry. Hopefully this doesn't deter you too much. Anyway, great book. I definitely recommend it. Could that shit be any louder? Oh my God. This book is 32 pages, and this is $4. Coming in at number 3, we have a Dark Ages issue 3. Now, I felt like this is a repeat offender from last week because of these delays that keep on happening, but I can't deny how excited I am for this book. This book is actually really well done. Also written by Tom Taylor, another book. That's 3 on this countdown this week alone. And this is just basically that series where apocalyptic situation has happened because the lights have gone out based off of a battle that Doctor Strange did against this monster. Now we get to see the ramifications of everything on how they're trying to bring back the power and trying to bring back the monster back to life. I'm really enjoying this series. I can't wait to see how things turn out. Great artwork in this series. Definitely a must read. Guys, don't pass it up. It's 28 pages, $4. Coming in at number 2, we talked about Jed MacKay earlier on the countdown. We have Moon Knight. This is issue 5. What a great story this has turned out to be. You know, I enjoyed the book at issue 3. It really sold me on issue 4 when Tigra was introduced into this series. You know, really, Mark had no one to talk to except his little vampire friend. And now that Tigra's entered that picture, he has someone to unload his feelings to, his true feelings to. He actually revealed his face in the last issue. We get to see how emotionally scarred that he actually really is. And I think Tigra makes an exceptional emotional support system for him as well. So hopefully she hangs around in the book. Can't wait for this issue. And this book is 28 pages, $4. Coming in at number 1, the most anticipated comic book for next week goes to The Nice House on the Lake issue 6. There is a cliffhanger promised to be so big that you're going to be left wanting for more, and you're going to have to wait until March of 2022. The house has an 11th guest now, and supposedly there might be a way out of this whole crazy situation that these guys are in. So are they going to work together? What's going to happen? Where does our bad guy come from? Like, is he an alien? Like, what is it about him? He's so weird, right? And he's been putting together this whole plan this entire time. This has been a wonderful read. Every issue, you're left at the edge of your seat. And it's so different and so original, right? But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait so long to see this whole thing conclude, as we're only halfway through. So, nevertheless, we're going to get issue 6. I'm excited for it. Are you guys excited for it? This is 32 pages, and this one is $4. So there you guys have it. There are the top 10 most anticipated comics for the week, with the freaking lawn people again and all. But we got through it. And guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell. And I'll leave you more content right here to check out. Of course, the covers of the week. You guys want to vote for that? Go ahead and vote, because remember, every vote counts. So as always, guys, keep buying, keep collecting. Most importantly, always read your comic books. So until next time, this is Slayer saying, see you later. Bye.